Welcome back to Hey Kentucky. One of our favorites here has always been U of L professor Ricky Jones. And this week, he sort of made headlines, turning what it could have been a very negative thing into a positive thing. So we are now joined by Ricky. I love seeing your face. I love seeing your face. First of all, I kind of want you to walk me through returning to work and finding a letter in the mail addressed to you.
I get a letter, snail mail, that was a pretty aggressive piece of hate mail, and people can find it on my Twitter account, if they want to read the whole thing. And what folks don't know is, I periodically get some pretty bad hate mail, and I don't mind hate mail. With all the racism in the world and the homophobia and anti-Semitism and all of that stuff, if I'm not pissing somebody off, I'm not doing my job. But this one was kind of particularly aggressive. And so I decided to just let everybody know what was sent, and it kind of snowballed from there.
And part of what was in this letter is the belief of the author that biracial children could not be beautiful. In fact, yeah. And so you kind of asked for people to send pics of those kids so you could maybe get your butt kissed, I think was how that was the nice way of how he put it. If you found some beautiful biracial children, and I'm not using his words right now, then he would kiss your butt. And I think you found some pretty good ones.
Well, there was a part. I had written a column saying that people's approaches to race were changing. That, we were getting folks who were going to school with one another, hanging out with one another, loving one another, marrying one another, having children with one another. And I said in an article, they were producing these beautiful sun-kissed babies. And this guy responded that, if I could show him a beautiful half N-word baby, he would kiss my black booty, And so I sent the call out to folk, and some of the pictures that came in were just so incredible. One being your daughter, which was probably my favorite picture. That's a cool kid. That kid's got a lot of flavor.
I mean,
and so I decided to do
great.
a video of that. The response was absolutely incredible. And so, we can't worry about people like that. We know they're out there, but we got to respond to them.
Listen, this is not the first letter you've gotten. It's not going to be the last letter that you've gotten. But I think part of changing things is making a call out for love versus reacting to just the hate.
Yeah, exactly. Look, racism is real. Some people want to act like race doesn't exist and like the person who sent this letter is an anomaly. That's not true. I mean, racism is real. These people are out there. There are a whole lot of them. But I believe there are more good folk in this world than bad who want to create a better society. And so we always reach out to them. I think the way to deal with this stuff is, one, not to cower, not to be angered by it necessarily, but to respond to it in a teachable way. And so anybody who sees the video of all of those kids, that's what America's going to look like in the future. Bottom line, if you want this, monochromatic America, then you're just in the wrong place. That's what it's going to look like. And I'm encouraged by it.
I am too. Obviously, I have a daughter that's beautifully sun-kissed, and she is very spunky, and I appreciated her being a part of the video because I tweeted you a picture too as soon as I read that. I do also agree that there's a lot of good people in the world, but I think there's a lot of good people that have their eyes closed, that don't believe, that are just flabbergasted when something like this happens, that don't believe it's out there, but it is way more common than a lot of people choose to believe.
Well, you're absolutely right, Mary Jo. And that's why, my life has really been dedicated to exploring how racial divisiveness happened and how we can reconcile it, right? How we can move forward with a more just society. Not just talk about diversity. A lot of people want to talk about diversity, but they're not very comfortable doing diversity. So that's why every now and then I'll send some of these things out. I don't send nearly, nowhere near all of the stuff that I get. But I send stuff out every now and then to let people know that it's real and let them know how we have to collectively respond to it, because madness like this thrives when people are scared and silent. And so we can't be that way.
I appreciate you always speaking your mind and always speaking for those who may not have as loud a voice as you. Ricky Jones, you are always welcome on this show. Thank you so much.
No doubt. Much love to you, Mary Jo. Good to see you again.
All right. Take care. Thank you.
All right.
That was Louisville professor Ricky Jones. Well, much more Hey Kentucky right after this.